Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Miami Marlins. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. First pitch moments away, and starting this one, Max Meyer.
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Here's Victor Robles. Here's a 1-1. Headed towards the corner. Touches down. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Safe at second with a leadoff double. Here's Mauricio Dubon. That's towards center. Call under it. Nabs it. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Mauricio Dubon.
Boog, his batting average is on the rise right now. He's hitting over 350 over the last 10 ball games, and you can see the confidence that he's carrying around just watching him walk to the plate.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Sanchez sizes this one up, and that is that. One left for Houston. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here with my pal Singy. And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Ronel Blanco. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Bottom of the first. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Line drive. He's got it. 1 down. And time now for the Marlins lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one outside, and the count's full. Blanco with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. And that one in the air center field. Corrals it. 2 away. The designated hitter. 2 outs, base is empty. Griffin Conant digs in now. The 2-1. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And that is that. Nothing in the Miami first. We played an inning in South Florida. No score on the show. Back here in Miami, second inning set to go. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Now a screamer into the outfield. Sanchez makes the grab, one away. And now it's Christian Walker. One of the rare guys at first base that you almost think defense first. He is that good with the glove. You're talking about top of the list, elite defensive first baseman.
First basemen are involved in just about every single play. So when you have somebody so solid over there, you can breathe a little easier. The other thing about an elite defensive first baseman like him, it just instills a ton of confidence in those guys playing third and short that have to make those long, tough throws at times. And he just handles them so well. So he really makes the entire infield better with his glove.
Sets him down on strikes. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
2 down, bases empty. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. That one misses, and now 3-1. You're not just talking about the ability to pick, Chris. One of the things about him, the range is impressive as he's able to go to his right and get to those balls in the hole. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. So up next, Isaac Paredes stays alive.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And that one hammered way back there. And that one is going to go. And they grab the lead. It's 2-0.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. 2 outs. In there. And so now 1-2. In the air, right field. Sanchez ranging after it. And that'll do it. 2-run shot for the Astros this inning. And it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the second. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. There's a strike. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Dubon calls it in, and there's one away. Davison De Los Santos getting ready to hit. One down, base is empty. Slider misses outside. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
And down on strikes. And there's two down. Two outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Dane Myers. There's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle, and that squirts through. And that keeps the inning alive.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore, where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Now, Agustin Ramirez. Dubon on the move to the alley. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Marlins leave 1, and they're down 2-0. Welcome back, and coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. The 1-1. Now a drag bunt, third base side, and it goes just foul. He goes down looking. And now the center fielder, Mauricio Dubon.
He's not the power guy, but he can hurt you to all parts of the ballpark.
And that's way high. And that's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Upstairs, and that is ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So a man aboard. Next to hit, Yordan Alvarez. And that drops in for a strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. And it's strike 2. Dubon, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him swinging. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Astros 2 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the 3rd. And now the shortstop, Cody Morissette. In the air, center field. Dubon puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Back to the top of the Miami order. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. And a 1-1. Up the middle, Pena. On the run, throw to first. And very nicely done for the out. Two down, bases empty. Alex Call, the next up for the Marlins. Here's a 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conine. Ground ball right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they can't get the out. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norby. Right side, Altuve. They get the force. That's the third out. Inning over. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 3 innings complete. It's the Astros 2 and the Marlins nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Seiya Suzuki. And the pitch. Hit hard on the ground is short. 1 up, 1 down. And here's the first baseman, Christian Walker. 1 out, bases empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball. Over to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Next offering in there for a strike. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Astros go down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Next offering upstairs. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Way back there, and it's gone. His 14th of the year. It's 2-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Davison De Los Santos, the next up for the Marlins. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swings and misses. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
You want to see a guy, you know, he's working hard to try to fix it, but just not able to stay tall or either lay off the pitch. Either stay tall on the backside so that you can get on plane or just lay off of it up there, which it's hard for him to do right now.
Next offering misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Out to short. Fires to first in time. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. Oh, look at the stop. From his knees, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Digging in, Jeremy Pena. Runner at first with no outs here. Runner on the move. Next offering is fouled back.
That's a ball.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location. He found a way to just get it by him.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Now here is Mauricio Dubon. Swinging a foul, pushed off to the right. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So the Astros lead one. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Cut on and lifted in the air. Suzuki running hard for it. Makes the catch, 1 down.
The batter, number 6, second baseman
Otto Lopez will hit next. The Astros leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. On the money, nice play.
now batting, the center fielder,
Alex Call now at the plate. That's to third, and he can't come up with it. Still fires to first. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Nothing doing for the Marlins, and our score remains 2-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park. New inning getting started. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jose Altuve. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Myers makes the grab. 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Astros 2 and the Marlins 1. Back here in Miami, bottom of the 6th. And now Griffin Conine.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one is back. If one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with the chance to even this ball game up.
Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground to third. Zips it to first. One away, bottom of the 6th. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Ronel Blanco gives way, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment. On the mound now, Bennett Sousa.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
And up next for Miami, Jesus Sanchez.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air out to center. Makes the grab on the run. 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So 2 down now, and here is Davison De Los Santos. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Could be extra bases, and that'll kick off the base of the wall. Tying run is in to score from second, and he's there with a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So digging in, Dane Myers. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Two outs and one in scoring position. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Seth Martinez into the game.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Martinez ready to fire now. And a swing and a miss there.
I think he was sitting off speed
One
there.
ball, 2 strikes.
And that misses. And the count is even, 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground right side. It's through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And now Isaac Paredes. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two out, space is empty. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Astros are down quietly. Score remains 2-2. Taylor Scott taking over on the mound.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Here's the catcher to hit, Agustin Ramirez. Center field, Dubon. Makes the grab, and there's one away. So up next, Cody Morissette. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th.
2-1.
Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Brian Abreu getting ready to go. Dubin warming up as well. One down, base is empty. In the air out towards right center. Suzuki has a beat on it. They got it for out number 2.
The batter, number 6. Second baseman.
Otto Lopez digs in now. Into center. Altuve on the move. Brings it in for the 3rd out. So they make short work of him there. We look ahead to inning number 8. We are tied 2-2. We're at the top of the 8th, and stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Go-ahead run on base. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Victor Robles. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Mauricio Dubon up next for the Astros. Hit on the ground to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. Around second is Pena. Tag out. They cut down the go-ahead run at 3rd.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to 3rd. That time he was wrong, as a really nice throw came into 3rd.
Making a move at first. On to pinch run for Houston, Jake Myers. Yordan Alvarez up next for the Astros. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe.
Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Jake Myers into the game as a defensive sub now, and he'll take over in center. And here is Alex Call. And that's way high. And a count 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
2-2 the count.
Ground ball left side, and it's off the bag. He puts it in his pocket, safe at first without a play.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's going to be Connor Norby. Base hit center field. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Absolutely smoked that baseball. What a swing. Sent it out way faster than it came in, of course. 113 off the bat, and no matter where you hit it at that speed, it's tough to make a play on.
Really important at bat coming up now.
Now a chance for Jesus Sanchez. And there's a ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Out there to center. Base hit. Runner from third in to score. And it's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
First and second, 1 out. And now the first baseman, Davison De Los Santos. And 1-2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to Altuve, to Walker, and that's 2. But the RBI single pushes across a run. Last chance coming up here for the Astros. Andrew Nardi comes on trying to close it out.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Looking to get the tying run on base. High in the air, out to right. Sanchez gets under it. Squeezes it, and there's 1 down. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Now a pop-up on the infield. And that quickly 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.